and I believe that a lot of black women has given up their greatest power. They've given up their greatest power, and that's and that's their own femininity. Us men, we know what femininity looks like. We've seen it time and time again, and that is what we crave, and that is what we aspire for. That's what drives us to a woman, other than her natural beauty. But anyway, by it coming, into her own doing, see, she opened herself up in undoing to Pookie, Ray Ray, Do Dirty, Day Day, Tay Tay, they start falling in love with these guys, and by them doing that, they became even more bitter, because basically what they did was they just, laid on them and them, and they were, they were no longer dependent on the black man. Then all of a sudden they became dependent on the government, because because the men that they gave their hearts to was Pookie, Ray Ray, Do Dirty, Tay Tay, and Day Day. That's what happened. It turned into their own undoing when they took sides with the government, even with the feminist movement. You fast forward today, I have some things that I want to show that I want to show on the show tonight, to show to where our young men are being feminized, ladies and gentlemen. They're being feminized. And it's sad. It is very sad. And men like myself, we trying to shine light on this. And we're trying to bring this stuff to the forefront in our communities. The lies and the vitriol that is had for the black man, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. The vitriol. For what? For the ladies betraying their own community? We fast forward all the way up today. You can almost turn on any social media page. You go right there on TikTok. All you see is, most of them, talking about unaliving black men, or they're talking about, what is going wrong in society. I mean, they can be wrong, but they'll play that game with you to make it look like I'm always right, even when I'm wrong. I'm sorry, sister, when you're wrong, and that's all it is to it. We're seeing young African-American boys being played with like they're Barbie dolls. We're gonna show these things tonight. These degrees you have, come to find out, there's a whole lot of fake degrees flying around out there. Somebody's been out there cheating in school, How many been cheating in school? How many of you couldn't get up there and pass the test like you were supposed to? See, it just comes back around. Is this why you had Do Dirty around? So he can go do some dirty so you can cheat your way through the door? That's just dirt wrong. Dirt wrong. You know, and all at the same time, you deceiving people while you're doing it. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to get sick on the nail one of you. Not like that, I wouldn't. You know, African-American women, black women, they need to take a look in the mirror. They need to change and stop walking around with all that vitriol. You know, I sit there and I hear it everywhere. Everywhere I go, how they talk about black men also, you know. You know, just that unnecessary complaining. Now, let me tell you, this is unnecessary complaining. Don't get me wrong. It was an ugly thing. You know, I hear a lady talking about, you know, you hear them talk about how they want to unalive black men. Well, that's just, you know, false. If black men just walk around just unaliving people, that's just, and you see a lot of false news reports about it. You know, young black boys being feminized, you know, you can just see it all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Just the lies, the false news reports also too, that they be, you know, I see it on TikTok sometimes, just false news reports. You know, they was running, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, this is a false report. Let me lay it out there. And, you know, and they just up there clapping like some seals. They just clapping like seals. You know, how they lying on these men. Lying on these men. They said in that report that they were going to arrest over 200 people for not paying child support for crimes against their children. What crime did these guys commit? What crime did they commit? Flat out false news report. There was another one. Crazy news report coming out about the unemployment rate for black men. Come to find out, black men unemployment rate lower than black women's. This is what I'm talking about, black woman undoing. This is the undoing. Then you see another black woman with her son putting makeup all over this young man's face. Oh my God. And then you complaining about the men that's out here. Well, we haven't gotten an answer yet. Black men haven't gotten an answer yet, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't gotten an answer yet. Who raised these boys? Because it definitely wasn't black men. Because remember, you kicked the black man out the house. How can black men take responsibility for something that he has no control over? Let's ask each other, how can they take responsibility for something that they can't take control over, ladies and gentlemen? How? Black woman undoing. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But see, black men are no longer tolerating it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to do several documentaries that I'm going to have coming up eventually in the future. I'm going to do documentaries. And these ain't going to be no sloppy done documentaries. These are going to be documentaries that is going to be irrefutable proof about the story about the black man and the lies that black women have told in order to damage the reputation of the black man, in which they did. You know, damage reputation of black men. But a lot is coming to the light right now. You know, had the lady up there screaming, hollering, hooping, hollering, yelling. You know, see, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, about driving a false narrative. Let me tell you something about, driving a false narrative. How you make an impression upon a person or a people. This is, it's unraveling. Number one, when you turn around and you turn on the television, you look through your phone. And you pull up one of these shows like Maury Povich. We're going to use Maury Povich this round. And you see some woman on there hooping and hollering, yelling, you the father, look at the eyes. You a deadbeat. You ain't helped me with my kid. You ain't did this, you ain't did that. You got hundreds of thousands, millions of people watching. You have to remember people, the psyche, the mindset of people. You have to think about that. Oh, it's time to read the results. You are not the father. Do you think that alleviates the impression that they have laid upon these people? That you a dirty, low-down dog? That don't do nothing. That don't alleviate a thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I say a lot of people, they should be careful about what they do. They should be very, very careful about how they throw us out there. See, that's how the black woman threw us to the wolves. Slap down, threw us to the wolves, ladies and gentlemen. Sure did. Yeah. Black man didn't deserve all of that. Sure didn't. And then turn around after all of that. You see how hypocritical they are. Just big hypocrites. Men come around and they ask, why don't we start doing mandatory DNA testing on children at birth? Oh, no. Oh, they don't want that. Can you imagine what they may find with that? Can you imagine? Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? Can you imagine what they'll find? It's already being proven like 30%, 5 to 30% of men are not the fathers of the children. They're taking care of children that they don't even believe that's theirs. That's crying shame. It really is. Yes, crying shame. You know, there's a lot of things in this country, ladies and gentlemen, that has to change. Has to change, especially in the Black community. Has to change. People have to come around, turn around. They have to do better. Certainly Black women need to do better. Yeah, you girls, y'all need to do better. You know, y'all play too much. You really do. You take no responsibility for nothing. You do dirty, and then you try to shame your way up out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been out here and I've seen Black women do some crazy stuff. And it wasn't my first time ever seeing this. And then I turn around, I look at it on TV. I mean, looked at it across my phone. Woman gets stopped for DWI. Get stopped for DWI. So she stay on undoing. She tells us she trying to screw her way out of the situation. But I was glad that cop did his job. Boy, I'll tell you, I done seen situations like that 3-4 times in my lifetime. Boy, them cops didn't did their job. Ooh, that'd have made me mad. Ooh, that'd have made me mad. That's what I'm talking about. They do a lot of stuff and they do it at their own. I mean, they just unraveling, just banging up the community. Black man did not tear up a Black woman's reputation. They did a job of that all by themselves. Black man didn't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just out here and trying to get it out here and get it right. And put them out there. See, we not gonna lie on you to tear your reputation up because you did a bang up job on that all by yourself. You know, we say it like these ladies, you know, like I say, you know, I'm hoping it's gonna come around the time somebody see this video or see this live stream one day. Somebody come on in and you know, let's see what's going on. You know, what's happening. Yeah. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things going on out here in this world. How Black women, they sign up for poverty, they go out here, they get all these loans, and then they turn around and they blame the Black man because ain't nothing moving. I mean, hell, because you're spending up everything. You make a few dollars, you got to spend that. It's like our folks used to say, it's just hot in your pocket, you know, like a piece of hot coal, burning you up. Don't save a thing. And then, you know, these men are tired of spending their money. That's why I'm saying Black women may be signing up for poverty, but Black men ain't signing up for no poverty. This time, you know, we're going to get it right. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. A lot of you ladies, a lot of y'all women, they get presidential attention. You know, a lot of this stuff just got to stop. The stuff got to end. It does. All the silliness. You know, they gave the U.S. Here's another thing how, you know, things are becoming undone. You know, fellas, whether y'all believe this or not, the U.S. Supreme Court was right when they made the judgment to overturn Roe v. Wade. Try not to look at it as such a bad thing. It's really not. It's really not such a bad thing. It's really not. Really not such a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not. More need to be done. I'll tell you something else too, ladies and gentlemen, I think that needs to be done. It's just another invention that has continued to turn its back on us. Continue to turn its back on us. I believe sonograms. Sonograms should be outlawed. Nobody should be told what the gender of that child is before that child is born. They should not tell anyone that. I believe that that kind of information should be kept away because nobody should have the right to say or even think that, you know, they have a right to unalive a child because of their gender, like the divestment community puts out there. No one should be allowed to do that. No one. It's a crying shame. You know, how far we came. And how little we knew. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy. I'll tell you, if we don't change course, we will not be able to reverse course. Black women need to change. You know, they really do. Our communities are suffering for it. Let the government or let somebody help us, help the black man get better education and get better education like they tried to do with black women. I guarantee you, ain't gonna turn out like they did with a bunch of useless degrees and a bunch of vitriol for their own men. You know, won't be none of that. Won't be none of that. That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, black women sign up for poverty. Black women's undoing and how they be all these fake nursing degrees. Unaliving, you know, the percentage of children that is unalived is staggering. That's why I say it's they undoing. Not only they undoing, signing up for poverty. When they went to the government, they signed up for poverty big time. Betrayed the community. And then you hear a lot of this stuff. You hear a lot of this lady. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, let me show you something. Let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you don't think that these young boys are being feminized, if you think these young men are not being feminized, you know, all I'm saying is, you know, you got to get a load of this. You know, these young men being feminized. These young men just, I mean, and it's a crying shame too. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I mean, I want y'all to look at this. Look at this.
That's funny. Okay, do this. Mm-hmm. Ah!
It's pitiful.
You look sickening, darling. Do you want to see it? Okay, look at yourself. Oh, my days. I can get inside. This is so nice. It looks pretty there. Thank you, Sissy. You're welcome. Do you like it? Okay, cool. But yeah, continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you don't think that's sickening, I don't know what anybody think that is sickening. I'm just like, you know, this young man's father has got to be terrified. I know one thing. If that was my son, me and his mother would have a whole lot of problems, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Lord have mercy. And they talk about the men that has been raised. You see who raising them. You see who's there. You see who's raising them. Definitely ain't black men. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I sit back and I look at a lot of these people, and I look at them, and you, I mean, for absolutely no reason, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to watch this vitriol. Look at this vitriol for black men.
You know,
look at that vitriol.
Did a video on Tyre Nichols, but I want to speak more in depth as a warning to black women. You guys don't know, Tyre Nichols was unalived by 5 black African-American male cops. They beat him so badly that they broke his neck in 3 places. It's that bad. I don't even want to see the video.
Yeah, but they don't want to talk about how many black men they done alive over the past 50 to 60 years behind child support.
Please apply for your license to carry, your license to bear arms. It's getting real out here, and I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about the black man. You know, what's so fucking sad is we have black men who turn their backs to this behavior. We have black men, we have brothers, uncles, colleagues, associates. They got homies that are deadbeats. They got homies that
this
are women
This is the type
beaters.
of women we have in our community, ladies and gentlemen. This is the stuff that
behavior.
Black men are dealing with.
It is time for black women to stop enabling black men. We need to stop supporting them, stop defending them. When they get into trouble like this, we turn our backs.
Well, you forgot to tell them, sweetheart, who raised these, who raised them?
Serious consequences, pain, suffering, severe consequences. Their mothers are the reason that they are the way that they are.
That's right.
Entitled, spoiled, and demanding.
Exactly. So why are you blaming black men? You heard a contradiction. You see how she flipped it from that man and flipped it on to women?
And holding them
slap down contradiction, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about y'all, but I have enough of listening at this nonsense.
They are disrespectful towards us.
I'll tell you. It was that the biggest bunch of BS you ever heard in your life. I know that's a batch of BS I've ever heard. Tried to turn it all back. Tried to make that young man's death all about them. But see, this is the thing that they don't say. All of these cops, they're all in custody. And one thing she's not saying, usually when white policemen do it, they get to go out and walk around free all the time. Not these. They're already in custody. That's why ain't no riding going on, stupid. Stupid little old girl. Shut up. That's why there is no type of rioting going on. They are in custody and they are fixing to face what they did. That's why. You see how all of a sudden she tried to flip it all the way around and tried to make it all about black women. I'll say this again. Who be raising these little old badass boys? And they love to talk this stuff about this co-parent. That's what I said. You know, I cannot emphasize it enough. It's their own undoing also. It's their undoing. These boys had no mentors in the home because you got to remember, they threw away all the young men's mentors. When they kicked the man out the house, they threw the mentors, they kicked the mentors away from the children is what they did, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is to it. So all that mess she talking about, she need to shut up because you don't make no sense. You make yourself look like a fool is what you're looking like because everybody can see what you're reaching at. You just ain't got nothing but a bunch of hatred and vitriol for what? Black women screw ups. Black men didn't do this. Black men didn't do this. Y'all, and the reason why you got so many of our sons is in prison today because they raised they're there because they're emotional. They raised them to be emotional. Oh, I've seen some stuff. They put it all over TV. They take the young man's haircut and then start cutting the boy. Oh, yeah, make him feel some kind of way. Oh, that's dangerous. That is not how you make a child understand. Especially a young man understand the difference between right and wrong. Man, I mean, you know, we have some sorry-ass parents out there. Y'all don't know how to raise no men. That's the reason why you complaining right now. Shit. Uh-oh. First time I was really cussed on my station. Make me cuss on my station. Don't know nothing about raising these boys. They get off of somebody with that nonsense. Crazy. I also believe that when these young boys come up to the age by age, 4 years old or even sooner, the laws need to change where these young boys need to go with the fathers and be raised by their fathers. But these women, they don't want to do it. As you can see on there, they try to make them look like they some Barbie dolls. And then you get this hyena out here just running off at the mouth, think the whole world's all about her. Trying to down the black man because they saw 5 black men kill 1 black man, 5 black officers kill 1 black man, delete 1 black man, and then she's gonna try to flip it and make it look like it's all about the women. What? Like I said, y'all raised them. You ain't got nothing to holler about. You raised them like that. You raised these boys like that. That's why I say it's black women's undoing. This is what undoing look like. Delusion. Because remember, you strong and independent and don't need no man and didn't realize what you was taking on when you did it. Listen at the government. Listen at feminism. Feminism is woman's worst enemy. It is what it is. But that don't mean that black men has got to accept it. I know I don't. And there's millions of others like myself. We don't accept that. Sure don't. It is one of the reasons why also, too, I am a staunch advocate for the passport brothers. I'm not a passport brother, but I advocate for it. I mean, I don't advocate for them, but I ain't got no problem with them. I don't have a problem with them. Go on ahead, go do your thing, man. Because you could never be happy with some of these jokes around it. It won't happen. You can't manipulate your way through everything. See, that's manipulation. When I see people sit there and say, well, you got a lot of feminine women here in the United States. Man, look, let me be straight up with you. They're making their boys feminine, is what they're doing, and making their girls masculine where no man wants them. That's what they're doing. That's what I say every time. It's their undoing. It's their unraveling. It's them. It is what it is. Yeah. This is going to be a good one here. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. That is what the black man is dealing with. It's definitely what the black man dealing with. Sure is. We don't have a lot of people in the house tonight, but boy, I can't wait till they get a hold of this video. Because this is going to be a good one. Or get a hold of this live stream. There are also other things, all this, mirage. Look at all these fake degrees coming out right now. I'm paying $15,000 for a fake degree. Far as I know of, it's already been like 23 arrests, 23 arrests. More to come. Well, I sure like to know what a lot of these nurses working at. I stay away from them hospitals. That's another thing what we talking about. They undoing the useless degrees. And a lot of you son guns, y'all going to school. What's wrong? Y'all got to get somebody to type up your fake degree. You can't get in there and study like everybody else and pass the test. I can't you pass the test? Pass the test. Do it fair and square. Instead of always trying to dog out men, You went there and got all this debt. I'm talking about black women. Yeah, y'all went up there and you got all this debt, going to all these schools, call yourself the most enrolled and all that stuff. But you're cheating, you're paying all this money so somebody can give you a fake degree. Good, you got caught. And Buzz to go with those 5 brothers up that day in custody. That's why it ain't no rioting. And the next thing, with these brothers, and this lady talking all this nonsense, those are still police officers and they are innocent until they're proven guilty. You got that? Can't just do them like that. They're innocent until they're proven guilty. Former president made that same mistake years ago. I think he regrets it. He'll never admit it, but he regretted it. You know, black women, they do too much. They do too much. Do too much. Do entirely too much. Talk too much. That mouth. And come to find out, running all that mouth about going to school and all that stuff. And I'm talking about in a high level field. Medical field ain't no joke. But you're cheating your way through. Cheating. Black men don't do that. They don't. They've been around black men most of all their life, and they don't understand us yet. They're on undoing. I tell you. Losing right out. Losing out. See, because now it's the black man turn, because see, we get presidential attention now. But I guarantee you we won't blow it like y'all did. We get opportunities to upgrade, become better parts in our life. We're going to take up a lot of stuff that's meaningful, that's grateful for the future. Not in all these humanities and stuff like that. You know, I certainly didn't take it up. No. And I left no debt behind either. And my children didn't leave no debt behind. And neither did my ex. Nobody doing all that. Black women need to get up in the mirror and look around and tell yourself you need to change. Look what's happening to our communities. Our girls started walking around, young girls started walking around, and they always feel that missing piece somewhere. And as you can see, you know, they talk about, oh, I was born gay. No, you wasn't. Your mama helping you. I've seen this stuff before, too, before this video came up. I've seen stuff like that. Didn't like it neither. Even though this person was doing it to a girl, I still didn't like it because that child was too young for that. Too young. Ladies and gentlemen, and I say to the men out here, keep an eye on your sons. Your daughters, you know, that's another ball game. But your sons, raise hell about your sons. Raise hell. Stop thinking with such a soft mindset. Don't be afraid to make your child's mother pull her hair out if there's something wrong. You let them know what's up. I'm going to give you problems. And then I'm for this all together too. Not giving them any children. You know. That's the great, it ain't just the greatest gift that a woman could ever give a man. That's the greatest gift a man could ever give a woman. Is a child. And we all know we the ones holding them. Modern women undoing. This is black women's undoing. Black women's. Definitely want y'all to straighten up and change and realize that the black man ain't your enemy. You your own worst enemy. You, your girlfriends, Cause Do Dirty don't care. The only thing he won't do is keep you where he at because, you know, he ain't got shit going for himself anyway. Uh-oh, and cause second time on my podcast. Uh-oh. Who got me all worked up? It's crying shame. What's going on out here in the African American community? It's crying shame. I mean, it's just something else out here right now. You know. It's sad. Black women losing their men to women overseas. Even talking, I mean, just that mouth. Just mouth. Them women over there overseas ain't said nothing. But you don't see nobody running over there, running over here to the United States to come get you. They ain't doing that. Smart of them. Had one talking about, going to Africa. Oh, be smart about it. Just make sure just put some stipulations on it. Like, you know, everybody have a bachelor's degree. Well, is that so? A bachelor's degree. Probably useless, probably a sit-down degree that does nobody nothing. And then she sitting up and she up there talking this crazy nonsense about pay for their plane ticket over there. You got a bachelor's degree, but you beg in Africa to send you a plane ticket. Ooh, I'm going to hell. But I'm going to heaven. That's crazy. Some of y'all girls, y'all got it all messed up. Y'all got it all messed up. That's that entitlement mindset. Nobody owes you nothing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to come down and count down to the end of my show. And man, it was nice being out here tonight. You know, wasn't a lot of people in the house, but I guarantee you they're going to see the rerun of this one. This is a good one. You know, so as we start getting more people in the house, we'll start hanging out here a little bit more and more. But I'm going to keep coming out here until we build it. Until we can get a lot of people up and we can start finding solutions to the problems that we seek. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you, we're crazy about you. And to everybody that come and watch this rerun of this live podcast, we thank you. And I encourage everybody to listen to it and forward. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be the end of my live stream tonight. I'll probably come back Saturday to run another live stream Saturday for a little while, you know, to talk about the issues. And I'm probably going to be talking about on these issues here, you know, more about how our young boys are being emasculated in their childhood. We need to talk about that a little bit more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for coming, and hopefully everybody come through there and they listen at this live stream. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. Peace out.